a 26 to start Lattice.
Yeah.
You were doing baking out of Princeton.
Yeah.
You hated it. Yeah. And you went to invest with Sam, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Then you went to Teespring, et cetera. Tell us a bit of that story.
Yeah, I mean, so Sam had been investing after he did Looped,
Mhm.
and was like, if you want to work on me with this, do that. And I was basically either like starting to apply to private equity firms, and because that was like the thing is like you go from banking to private equity. And so I was like starting to do that, and I was like, oh God, this is bad. And I remember having the moment where I met like the senior people in the industry, and I was like, I don't want that life. Like I got a feel for what like the life looked like. And maybe that has changed over the last 15 years or whatever. Maybe things have somewhat improved, but I was just like, this isn't a hill that I want to get to the top of. And so I'm like fighting super hard to climb this hill that I don't want to be at the top of. Like, what am I doing?
Does money drive you? At least at a 10. You're a young guy.
I would say yeah, but like it did more then than it does now. Yes, but clearly not enough, And so I think that was basically on the pro side, you had a high likelihood of a good amount of money.
Yeah.
And then on the con side, you had like a long list of what I experienced as cons. And so I was just like, I don't care. I don't want to fight for this. I left like 2 months before my first year bonus, which, going back to 22-year-old me was like a lot of money,
Yeah.
like a huge amount of money. And I was just like, I don't even want to do this. And so I think that was like an important lesson for me, was like deciding, like that was the moment that I decided from then on, like only play a game you want to win. And the second you realize you don't want to win a game you're playing, just like get out of the game instantly. And I think we are all constantly playing a lot of games, and we're playing a lot of small games all the time we don't want to win too. So this isn't just like a big career thing, although obviously that's the most important thing. But I think in any given day or week or year, we're fighting a lot of little battles in the course of even a job we'd really like, that are not battles that we should want to win, or that if we stopped and think about it, we don't care about them. And so that was a big lesson learned from that whole sort of moment.
Do you have any examples of that day to day? What are some small things that you're like, no, I'm not going to do this. I don't enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it can come from it can be people that we're working with. It can be activities or work streams inside our jobs that we realize are either not enjoyable or not valuable. And you can get into a place where you've sunk a lot of effort into something. And so you get into this sunk cost thing where you're like, I should really keep going. And you're like, the best version of winning this little game isn't going to be that helpful. So I think it shows up in a lot of different ways. But I think if you inspect the work you're doing all the time and you think about what's the best that can happen if this goes perfectly, a lot of times you'll realize it's either not enjoyable or valuable, and more things should be stopped than they are. I think we all are constantly starting these things, and which is good. That's like a real positive. And I guess I should say, we all, in sort of like people in like kind of more entrepreneurial mindsets, I think that one of the things that goes with that is there's sort of like a constant fountain of ideas and willingness to start things, and there's low friction cost to getting stuff started. And then I think the other side of it is you have to be constantly culling things, or you end up with just like 19 things going on that you're not paying full attention to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.